Hello everybody, and welcome back to Roads Yet Traveled. We had a good time with the boys, hanging out in the library for them, talking about the secrets, touching base, everyone's upset at Marrowyn, not really, but he do just like to shut his mouth and not explain things. Kinda his own fault. I think it's all fine though. You do you. Cause we're gonna go bed, so it's fine. Maruk and Roan get up at their own pace and follow us back to the executive suites. Coming to Morrowyn's door, I stop as he heads in. I wave goodnight to Roan and Maruk as they slink away into their own rooms, only managing a meager wave before they slip out of sight. Fuck. The mood really tanked towards the end of the night. I hope they're okay. I see Marrowyn has promptly disrobed and is closing things up for the night. Getting undressed myself, I lay down and stare at the ceiling. What is going on in this place? I still don't think I'm in a position to ask too many questions, but I could always ask the captain. She seems surprisingly forthright. Maybe tired too, but he seems keen on keeping information from me. Father-like.
Tucker, are you in there?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you asleep already? I just wanted to say goodnight.
As he carefully leans over, I look up into his tired amber eyes. Are you sure? What am I saying? Maybe I am too tired. I really should just...
No, you're right.
Sighing, the shimmies over and... What? Sighing, he shimmies, not the... There's not a T there. He shimmies over and sits on my bed, almost knocking me into him as the mattress shifts. Staring at him, more confused than anything, I wait for a response as he folds his large, gentle paws. Marrowyn, are you okay? He doesn't move. He just keeps staring through his paws into the floor.
There's so much that I want to tell you, and I just can't.
Yeah? He simply nods. I look around the room, just spacing out in my thoughts. What could there be after tonight? After coming clean, is there still more? Maybe it was just a compromise to make us happy, but still, it was something. Trying to lean into Marrowyn's view a bit, I see he's still just stuck in his own thoughts. Well, you did good tonight. Was that not enough? I mean, I know there's more. Even before my meeting with the captain today, I knew there was more. So maybe just say it if it was enough for you. He turns his massive head, just barely making eye contact with me. And breaking it as fast as it happens.
I don't know. It's so hard to keep you safe.
What does that mean, Marrowyn? I am safe. You don't have to keep things from me to keep me safe. You know I don't like that.
I know, I know you don't. But it's not always my choice. I was told to keep you safe, and I'm just doing the best I can. I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. I really am.
Well, were you allowed to tell us what you did tonight?
Some of it.
And the rest?
Not so much.
Then, it's a start. I reach out and pat his back, just barely reaching below his shoulder blades. He twitches under my touch, but leans into it when he realizes it's me. Look, Morrow, we're tired. And like we said earlier, we don't have to do this right now, this instant. Besides, maybe I know some things I haven't told you. Ever think of that, big guy? Unsure if my joke landed or not, I lean over and watch his massive chest convulse and expand before.
You're right. I may be overthinking things. One more time, before we rest. I do want to say I'm sorry. But I don't dwell on it now. Oh, I won't dwell on it now. Thank you.
He raises a massive paw above my head before freezing, as he has done before. Giving a confused look, he simply rolls his eyes and clamps his paw onto my head, the weight knocking me down a few good inches. I sit in a daze while he ruffles my hair a bit and pulls his hand away. What was that, Morrow?
Oh, I suppose it's a Karen thing.
That doesn't explain anything. With a grin on his face, he gets up and flicks off the lights before lying down. Don't just run from me.
Good night, Tucker.
Resigned to my confused fate, I grumble out a good night of my own. Finally getting comfortable, there's nothing left in the room but a faint glow from the bathroom lights. I think Morrow fell asleep a few minutes ago, if the sound of his light snore is anything to go by. And yet, I've found myself, once again, just frozen in the moment. The captain, the Marrowyn, Tyre, the crew, this damn ship. I don't even know where to start. I know I can't do much now. I shouldn't get so worked up over it. I should really just... A strange dull noise echoes through the room. Is that you? No response. But I call in kind. But it doesn't sound like it's coming from the other bed. Are you still awake? Looking around, I noticed an unfamiliar faint glow coming from the door. It seems orange in hue, but it quickly passes as if it were a car in the night. Suddenly getting up, I creak over to the door. Not seeing anyone, I peek out and look left and right. No one there either, and no sign of any lights. Damn. I must really be tired if I'm imagining things. I don't have my own keycard yet, or I'd almost be tempted to go look. But I'll be shit out of luck if I get locked out. It's probably just some cleaning robot or something, like a futuristic Roomba. I'll text Roan in the morning. Heading back inside, I curl up under the blankets. When sleep comes, my dreams are cold and weightless. I dream of a sleep to come, one that has yet transpired. One of stellar lulling in true darkness, one that can only come at the end of all. Day 12. Okay. At the end of all. What a worthless dream. With this much anxiety, you'd think I'd be chased down a dark corridor. Again. Rubbing my eyes, I see the lights are still off, and my roommate is still blissfully asleep. It's probably for the best. Last night was a lot. Letting them rest, I get up to go to the bathroom, only to freeze in place. Caught by a rogue? Yes? A thought so out of place and alien that it causes me to pause even now. I have work in the morning. Damn, I had almost forgotten about that. I don't think anyone expects too much out of me, but I hope they can't, fire me for making mistakes. That'd be really hard to explain to the captain. With a wistful sigh, I head into the bathroom and get ready for the day ahead. After cleaning up, I'm a bit surprised to see Marrowyn still lying in bed. I know he's rarely late, so I can't imagine he'd oversleep. But don't we have to get ready for work soon? He's barely moving at all. I'd have thought he'd passed on if it weren't for him quietly snoring. That is quietly, yes. I could try and get him up. I doubt he'd be too cranky about it. Oh, excuse me. A step closer brings me right to the bed. only now realizing how similar this all feels. As to not make a hypocrite of myself, I quickly adjust and reach out to wake him. Marrowyn, it's time to get up! I gently nudge his arm, and find that I can barely move it an inch.
Not yet. Sir, I'm still running some.
He rolls away, exposing his back to me. I reach out again. It's unbelievably soft, but there's an undeniable roughness to the skin underneath. Wakey, wakey, Morrow. It's time to get up. I feel him shudder as he grumbles something. Okay. He almost crushes my arm as he rolls over, still as silent as ever. I grab his ears and lift it up, exposing its soft interior. You alive in there? In a flash, his eyes pop open, and a familiar smile appears on his face. I recoil, shocked by the sudden change. The energetic outburst is short-lived, though he manages to keep the cheery smile.
Oh, good morning, Tucker. How are you today?
You woke up so fast. Morning, Morrow. You seem excited.
Is there a reason I shouldn't be?
No, I just wasn't expecting it.
It's your first day as my assistant. Of course I'm excited. Oh, and look at that. It'll be time to open the lab soon.
Already? Is there anything I should be doing?
Well, that's at my discretion, really. I read what the captain sent us earlier, and it's just a ceremonial position, really. As long as you're accounted for, everything is fine, so you can do whatever you want. Within reason, of course.
Sure. I guess that sounds fine. I'm guessing that isn't it, though, yeah?
Oh, not exactly. I'll explain more on it later. For now, I need to get cleaned up, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. Stepping out of the way, Marrowyn gets up and heads into the bathroom. It'd be great if he could give me a clear answer on anything, but just this once, I don't think he actually knows himself. It was thrust on him just as suddenly as it was me. It might be cool to go back to the labs, though. Maybe I can see him use those crazy machines and not be the test subject for once. Who am I kidding? I'm totally the test subject. Getting myself ready, I pause, remembering the orange glow from last night. Peeking my head out the door, however, I don't see anything different. I should text Roan about it. It must have been a cleaning robot or something. Looking down, though, I notice a plain white box with nothing but a small bit of Karen adornment. Karen? Huh. Is this for us? I manage to drag it inside as Marrowyn finishes brushing his teeth and stepping out.
Oh, good. I was hoping that would arrive for you.
Do you know what it is?
I believe it should be the uniform the captain ordered. For you. I saw something about it arriving soon.
Oh, already? That's great. Can you help me open it? Do you have any scissors or anything? He furrows his brow and places his big paw on the top of the box. His claws sink into the cardboard, and in one fast movement, it tears off of it. Jeez, I can't imagine what that would do to me. I mean, I have a pretty good idea, but still. He continues mutilating the box until the top, now ragged and torn, flops open.
Oh, good. These look like they'll fit you wonderfully.
He reaches in and starts handing me individually wrapped bags.
Oh, some new shirts. These should be the same material as the ones I managed to find for you earlier, if maybe a bit cleaner.
He continues handing me packets, pulling out some pants as well as some new underwear. They really don't slack off. With his help, we lay everything out and take a tally. There's a total of 10 gray shirts, 5 pairs of flashy stitched pants. Oh, and they thought ahead and closed the tail hole for me. 10 pairs of socks, and finally 10 pairs of underwear with fresh tail seams. While this might have been the best thing I could have possibly received this morning, I can't help but feel a bit disappointed. Would you want a cake? Why is it all gray? What's wrong with that? Well, you know, it goes with things. I really shouldn't complain. It's not like they could take me to Space Gap and let me pick out what I wanted. But like, at least one colorful shirt wouldn't have hurt, would it? Oh my god, you're getting a bunch of free clothes and you're like, gray. Like, come on. It's not like they gave you all like yellow clothes. That would be agonizing. Only slightly deterred, I collect some of my new wares and head into the bathroom to change. The materials do feel good at least, and the sizes are almost perfect. The shirts are a bit big, but that's fine still. Ellipses, yes, I got there. Heading out, I see Marrowyn rustling around in the box before he turns to look at me.
Oh, you look wonderful, Tucker. Very official.
Really?
Yes, most new hires around here just look just about how you do. They even have the same confused expression.
I feel myself blush as I do a little runway walk for Marrowyn, but which I mean I stumble back to my bed.
I must say, though, that jacket you were gifted really does pull it all together.
Yeah?
Are you upset, Tucker?
Oh, no, not really. I just kind of expected more, like maybe some kind of colored shirt or something. Even the underwear is just gray.
Oh, I suppose I should have warned you. That seems to be the, Soknos's favorite color when it comes to, well, everything. We're lucky that the teams here have some variation in color. Otherwise, everyone would be outfitted in grays. I knew beforehand to bring my own clothes. Not that you had the chance, of course, I just mean for myself. But you look good. Are they comfortable? They seem to fit well.
Yeah, I'm just complaining over nothing. They're nice clothes. I can feel it.
Well, I'm glad you like them, but come over here. I found something else you might like.
Curious, I head over and sit next to him, practically falling into his lap as he weighs the bed down.
Look at this.
He hands me a small white envelope with carrying writing on the front. Oh, wow. What is it?
How foolish of me. Here, let me...
With an imprecise claw, he rips open the top of the letter and the contents emerge from its mangled corpse. Geez, for a guy who's so precise with medical equipment, I expect him to be better at this kind of stuff. He's not on the clock. He doesn't care. Nevertheless, he hands me a strange plastic card with some script I can't understand. I'm not sure it's Karen either, as I've never seen any of these symbols before.
Well, wait. That can't be right.
What's wrong? He takes the card from me and holds it up to his face.
Surely the captain didn't mean for you to have something like this, did she?
Morrow?
Oh, right. Sorry. It's a terminal key. I assume she meant for you to use this, in lieu of an ID, but if so, she really went all out on the clearance.
What do you mean?
Well, here, look.
He pulls out a small wallet out of his pocket, clumsily removing a similar-looking card. Is that what his ID looks like? Usually, doors just open for him when he gets close. I thought it was a proximity thing. He holds them next to each other and continues.
This is my executive ID, which grants me access to most of the station, as well as some more restrictive subsections. Whereas your card, here gives anyone immediate access, regardless of assignment. Be sure to keep it safe. Wouldn't want it in unintended pause.
I remember her saying that I could go anywhere I wanted. I thought that was more hyperbole than anything, but I guess not.
She rarely minces her words, even if you think she might. But please, Tucker, promise you'll be careful with it. I'm sure you will. I just don't want to see you in any trouble.
His yellow eyes have never looked so sad before. If I didn't know better, I'd say he's trying to puppy dog eye me. Okay. Oh. And it's working. I will, Marrowyn. I promise. I slot the card into my pocket and turn back to him.
This is wonderful, Tucker. I hope this helps you with your confinement issue. Maybe you can go out and explore the station a bit. Then we don't have, when you don't have work, that is. And maybe when the crew is a little less excited.
Speaking of the crew, did you get that message the captain said she was going to send out?
I did. Why?
I'm just curious what she thinks is important for the crew to know about me, and what she's told them already.
I suppose you should know. You probably would have gotten in yourself if you had your messages set up. Very well. It was a letter of introduction. Standard fare whenever a new hire is brought aboard. Now, normally they would only be sent to the team that concerns the recruit. But since you're such an interesting hire, well, I believe everyone on board got the message. It gave some general notes about how to talk to you and attempt communication, as well as managing expectations and behaving oneself around you. No large crowds, no grouping, keeping a good distance, that sort of thing.
I feel like you're giving me the summarized version. What do you want, Tucker? Him to pull up the message and read it for you word for word? I wouldn't do that either. I would just give you a summarization, because, like, I got places to be, Tucker.
I am, but we have to get to work. If you're really curious, I can explain more on the way.
Huh. Normally I'd be a bit upset, but I honestly don't think he's leaving anything out. Collecting the rest of my things, Morrow throws on his jacket and leads us out to into the halls down a familiar route. Aww. We pass a few empty hallways before he speaks up again.
Aren't you going to ask me for the rest of the message?
Huh? Nah. I meant what I said last night, Marrowyn. I trust you. And I know that since we talked about your proclivity to leave things out, and how you would change that, you wouldn't betray my trust by not telling me something, right? A bolt of fear shoots through him, perhaps just surprised by my words, before a thin smile appears on his muzzle. A thick paw pats my back as we slow to a crawl.
Oh, I wouldn't. Thank you, Tucker. Your trust means a lot to me. Things are complicated right now, and I can't express how important it is for me that you're on my side.
He stops and gets in front of me, and kneeling down to be at eye level.
What?
Oh, god damn it.
There is something I might have not told you. And before you get upset, it wasn't in the message from the captain. It was just something that just skipped my mind this morning.
What?
This.
He gets up, revealing the rest of the hallway, now filled with Karen.
It wasn't really part of the message, but now that everyone knows you're here, the lab restrictions were lifted. So, there might be a few more Karen walking these halls than you're used to.
Almost all of them are standing against the wall, staring at us as we readjust ourselves and head down the hall. Of course Senna would have access to it. How long did you think this prank would go on? Surely it's a robot or something, right? I heard it met with the captain. I haven't even gotten a chance to meet him yet. Dude, the captain's a girl. I timidly wave at the ones that don't look like they want to eat me, while the rest either cower in fear or try to sneak a photo. Coming to the final stretch, I find myself speeding up until we get to the door, which opens on its own. Marrowyn hurries inside, but I take a moment to turn and stare at the approaching crowd, This must be the most Karen I've seen in one place ever. I can only offer another timid wave, which gets cut off as the door closes. Huh. Ah, the office, or the lab. Alright.
Okay, everyone, I'm gonna end the part here. So I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.